Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Is it? Have you completed the classwork and homework? Finish it properly. Got it? And your handwriting should be very neat. Whatever you write, classwork or homework, whatever it may be, your handwriting should be very neat and write neatly. Study and write, don't copy and write. Okay? Take your social science book, all of you. Turn to the page 206. Page number 206. You should open your book. Open fast. Page number 206. We are learning Geography, 6th unit, Physical Geography of Tamil Nadu. Is on the same unit. In the previous video, you have learned about the Western Ghats and what are the hills are there in Western Ghats, and what is Eastern Ghats, what are the hills are there in Eastern Ghats, plateaus, plains. Is on. So some of the physical divisions you have seen. Some of the physical divisions of Tamil Nadu you have seen in the previous video. Today you are going to see some of the physical divisions. Okay, so what are the physical divisions you have learned? So what are the hills you have learned in that? Some of the important peaks are there. The length is given, is and the height of the peak is given, length of the beaches are given. So everything you have to study. Got it? Today we are going to start drainage. What is that? Drainage. Drainage means two types. Is that no? The drainage means the Padala Chakade, like that it is there. Is that no? So drainage means this is called the river system. So river system also called as drainage. Okay. So the rivers of Tamil Nadu are its lifeline. There has many rivers. The rivers of Kaveri, Palar, Ponnayar, Vaigai, and Thomirabharani. So these all are the important rivers are flowing in Tamil Nadu. What are they? Kaveri, Palar, Ponnayar, Vaigai, and Thomirabharani. Okay, so these all are the important rivers. Got it? So most of the rivers are in Tamil Nadu originate from the Western Ghats and it flows towards east and drain into the Bay of Bengal. Okay, all the rivers of the state are non-perennial except Thomirabharani. Okay, it is perennial as it is fed by both the southern west and northeast monsoon because Thomirabharani is one of the perennial. வற்றாமல் எப்போதுமே தண்ணி இருக்கும் அதில். ஏன்னா சவுத் வெஸ்ட்லேயும் அதுக்கு சவுத் வெஸ்ட் ரெய்னி சீசன்லேயும் அதுக்கு வந்து தண்ணீர் கிடைக்கும், நார்த் ஈஸ்ட் மான்சூன்லேயும். அதனால் அது வந்து பெரினியல். ஆல் த அதர் ரிவர்ஸ் ஆர் நான் பெரினியல். ஓகே, த சீசனல் ரிவர்ஸ் ஒன்லி. த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் இஸ் Kaveri River. The river Kaveri originates at Talakaveri in the Brahmagiri hills of Kodagu, districts of Karnataka, okay, in the Western Ghats. So it originates from Karnataka. Kaveri originates from Karnataka and flows into Tamil Nadu also. Total length of the Kaveri is 805 km. In about 416 km of its course falls in Tamil Nadu. Half of the river is falls in Tamil Nadu, okay. And it serves as boundary between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu for a distance of 64 km. And it forms the Hokkainakkal waterfalls. Have you heard this word Hokkainakkal waterfalls? It is there in Dharmaburi districts. Okay, and Mettur Dam also called, which is called the Stanley Reservoir, also located in this river. Okay, it is there in Salem district. And this Kaveri tributary is also called as the Bhavani joins Kaveri on the right bank about 45 km from the Mettur Reservoir. Okay, the tributary of Kaveri is Bhavani. Okay, and some two more tributaries also there in Kaveri. They are Noyal and Amaravati. Okay, Kilai Nadigal. Tributary means you know that Kilai Nadigal. Okay, and where it in some area it is very wider, ரொம்ப அகலமாக இருக்கும். Okay, so it is called in third place it is called Agandra Kaveri. Okay, Agandra Kaveri. And in Tiruchirappalli the Kaveri branches divided into two parts. Okay, the north branch is called the Koldroon or Kollidam and the southern branch was called Kaveri. Okay, the Tiruchirappalli, the river branches into two. One is Koldroon, north branch, and the southern branch is Kaveri. Okay, so again they will meet in one place, so it will make the island. Is a no, island means what? A landmass which is covered by water on all the sides. Is a no, so V shape la அப்படியே பிரியுது, திரும்ப இது V shape la அப்படியே joined ஆகுது. So which is the Sri Langam island. It makes the Sri Langam island. So in that area only the Kallanai Anaikatti is there in the river Kaveri, across the river Kaveri. That is one of the famous Anaikat. Okay, the Grand Anaikat. It is there in Kaveri. And the network of tributaries within the delta of Kaveri in the coast is called as the Garden of Southern India. And some of the major islands of Tamil Nadu. Islands means Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar. These all are the biggest island. So when we talk about the India, we study about that. We have learned. Okay. So in our Tamil Nadu also, some of the areas are covered by water on all the sides. So those areas are called the islands. So some of the major islands of Tamil Nadu are given: Pamban, Har, Kurusadai, Nallathanni Teevu, Pullivasal, Srirangam, Upputhanni, Island Grounds, Kattupalli Island, Kubil Island, and Vivekananda Rock Memorial. Okay, so these all are the major islands of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so this is one of the important, very important question. Read with me all of you. Pamban, Har, Kurusadai, Nallathanni Teevu, Pullivasal, Srirangam, Upputhanni, Island Grounds, Kattupalli Island, Kubil Island, and Vivekananda Rock Memorial. These are the major islands of Tamil Nadu. And the next river is Palar. The Palar river rises beyond Talagavara village in Kolar district of Karnataka. The Palar drains an area of 17,871 square kilometer, out of which nearly 57% lies in Tamil Nadu. So this Palar also originates from in Karnataka only. Okay, half of the part flows in Tamil Nadu. Okay, rest in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. So this Palar flows in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh also. Got it? Next one is Tenpennayar or Tenponnayar. Okay, two names are there for this river, Tenpennayar or Tenponnayar. It originates from the eastern slope of Nandidurga hills in eastern Karnataka. Okay, so this also originates from the Karnataka. It drains an area of 16,019 square kilometer, in which nearly 77% lies in Tamil Nadu. All the rivers, most of the rivers, you see that Kaveri river, Palar river, Tenpennayar, these all the rivers originated from Karnataka, and most of the area, most of the percentage lies in Tamil Nadu only. Okay, Tenpennayar, you see that 77% lies in Tamil Nadu, and it flows for a distance of 247 kilometers. How many kilometer it flows? 247 kilometers. Okay, so in the southern westerly direction, in the districts of Krishnagiri, Dharmaburi, Veluru, Thiruvannamalai, Kudalur, Viluppuram, so these all the areas, what is there? Tenpennayar river is there. Okay, and it branches into two, Kadilam and the Ponnayar near Tirukoliyur Anaikat. Okay, the Kadilam joins the Bay of Bengal near Kudalur, and Ponnayar near the Union Territory of Puducherry. And heavy rain at the river's source caused sudden but short-lived floods. The river is extensively dammed for irrigation, especially in Tamil Nadu. There are reservoirs at Krishnagiri and Sadhanur across this river. The Ponnayar is considered sacred by Hindus, and festivals are held during the Tamil month of Thai. ஓகே, அது பொன்னையார் வந்து ஹிந்துஸ் வந்து ஃபெஸ்டிவல் செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணுறாங்க தை மந்தில். காட் இட்? January to February month. Vaigai. Vaigai river rises from the eastern slopes of Varsanadu hills of Western Ghats of Tamil Nadu. It drains an area of 7,741 square kilometer, which lies entirely in the state of Tamil Nadu. It flows through the districts of Madurai, Sivagangai and Ramanathapuram, and its length is 258 kilometers. Okay, and in this river is its discharge of water into the Ramnath big tank, and some other small tanks also are there. Okay, and the surplus water, the remaining water from the tanks, it finally discharged into the Palk Strait near Ramanathapuram. Already you have learned the Palk Strait. It is it separated India and Sri Lanka. Okay, Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka, Palk Strait and Gulf of Mannar. So the surplus water of Vaigai, it discharged into the Palk Strait near Ramanathapuram. And next one is Thamirabarani. Okay, the name is interpreted as Thamiram. Thamiram means what? Copper. Yes or no? And Varani means the streams of river. So the water of this river gives a copper-like appearance. அந்த தண்ணியை பார்க்குறதுக்கு வந்து காப்பர் கலரில் இருக்கும். ஓகே, பிகாஸ் த ப்ரெசன்ஸ் ஆஃப் டிசால்வ்டு சஸ்பெண்டட் ரெட் சாயில். அதில் வந்து ரெட் சாயில் இருக்கிறதுனால அது பார்க்குறதுக்கு எப்படி இருக்கும்? காப்பர் கலரில் இருக்குது. ஸோ இட் இஸ் கால்டு த தாமிரவருணி. ஓகே, so it originates from a peak in Podigai Hills on the Western Ghats. Already you learned the Podigai Hills, and it is there in Tamil Nadu. So this Thamirabarani originated from Podigai Hills. Okay, and it is above Papanasam. Do you know Papanasam? Papanasam Dam, have you seen? It is there in the Papanasam, the Agasthyar Hills are there, is no? So in Ambasamuthram Taluk, the origin of the river is associated with sage Agastya. Okay, so Thamiram Baruni. So that in the beginning it was called Thamiravarani. Now we say that Thamirabarani. And it courses through the districts of Tirunelveli, Thoothukudi, and finally flow into the Bay of Bengal near Punnekail in Thoothukudi districts. Okay, Karayar, Servalar, Manimtar, Kadananadi, Pachayar, Sittar, Ramananadi. These all are main tributaries of Thamirabarani. Okay, and it is one of the only perennial river in South India. South Indiaலேயே வற்றாத எப்போதுமே வாட்டர் இருக்குதுன்னா இந்த தாமிரபரணி. ஓகே, perennial river. Page number 208 open. Page number 208. Some district and waterfalls are given. You see that Dharmaburi, what is there? Hokkainikal waterfall is there. In Tirunelveli, Kayanthirtham, Kutralam, Theni, Kumbakarai and Surli, Namakkal, Agayangai, the Nilgiri, Catherine and Gra, Salem, Killiyur, Virudhunagar, Ayyanar, Coimbatore, Vaidegi, Sengupati, Sirvani and Kovai Kutralam. In Tirupur, Tirumurti, Madurai, Kutladambatti and Kanyakumari, Tiruparappur, Kalaksam, Ulakkai, Vattaparai. So these all are the waterfalls are there in these districts, given districts. Okay. Next one is climate, Kalani. Already in one lesson you have clearly understood about the difference between the climate and weather, is that no? So now we are going to learn about the climate of Tamil Nadu. You have already learned that Tropic of Cancer, equator divides our India into two, is that no? At the same time, Tropic of Cancer divides India roughly into two equal parts, and the state Tamil Nadu lies in the southern Tropic of Cancer, which is near to the equator. So what are the places are there in the equator? Those places will get the direct sunrises. Is a vertical sunrise. செங்குத்தான கதிர்கள். So those places will get the high temperature. Already you have learned in that lesson. Is another physical divisions of India you have learned. Okay, so Tamil Nadu it is near the equator. So it receives the vertical sunrays. So the temperature of the state is relatively high throughout the year. Okay, and the east coast of Tamil Nadu enjoys tropical maritime climate. The Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean influence the climate of coastal region. In coastal regions, the climate will be different. Okay. Seasons of Tamil Nadu. Winter season period January to February. Summer season March to May. Southwest monsoon June to September. Northeast monsoon October to December. Okay, so these all are the seasons of Tamil Nadu. So all of you, winter season January to February. Summer season March to May. Southwest monsoon June to September. Northeast monsoon October to December. Winter season. During January and February, the vertical rays of the sun fall between the Tropic of Capricorn and the equator. Hence, Tamil Nadu and India on the whole receives slanting rays from the sun. Slanting means not vertical. Vertical means செங்குத்தான. Slanting means சாய்வார்கள். So the weather is slightly cooler during these months. Okay, so that in January and February month, winter season is there in our Tamil Nadu. Because in that time in Tamil Nadu gets the slanting sun rays from the sun. Okay, in that time in some areas temperature will be 15 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, but in the hill stations மலைகள் எப்படி இருக்கும்னா 5 degrees Celsius. Got it? And in some valleys in Nilgiri record even 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, freezing. And next season is summer season. Summer season. The apparent migration of the sun towards north during March, April and May results in the reception of vertical sun rays by south. So in March, April and May time we get the vertical sun rays. So that in those months gets the severe temperature, high temperatures. Okay, so that is called the summer season. So in this time in Tamil Nadu, temperature varies from 30 degrees Celsius to more than 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, particularly in the month of May. And the southern part of the state receives more rainfall from pre-monsoon showers, and some parts experience convectional rainfall also. Got it? You know that southwest monsoon and northeast monsoon, there are two types of monsoon. There is another intense heating of the landmass of the north by sun during March to May creates a well-developed low pressure in North India, which draws wind from the Indian Ocean. You see that southwest monsoon, south to north it passes, so that it is called southwest monsoon by the way of west. So during this season, the Tamil Nadu is located in the rain shadow region of the wind, which blows from the Arabian Sea. As a result, Tamil Nadu receives only a meager rainfall from this monsoon. Okay, some very less rainfall will be there. You see that in Tamil Nadu, no arrows are there, so it gets very less rainfall. So in Coimbatore only gets the final rainfall 50 centimeter rainfall. Okay, and the Kanyakumari, Tirunelveli, Nilgiri also sometimes 50 to 100 centimeter rainfall will be there in this period time. Okay. Next one is climate. Kalani. Already in one lesson you have clearly understood about the difference between the climate and weather. So now we are going to learn about the climate of Tamil Nadu. You have already learned that Tropic of Cancer Equator divides our India into two. Yes or no? At the same time, Tropic of Cancer divides India roughly into two equal parts, and the state Tamil Nadu lies in the southern Tropic of Cancer, which is near to the equator. So what are the places are there in the equator? Those places will get the direct sunrises, yes, and vertical sunrise, செங்குத்தான கதிர்கள். So those places will get the high temperature. Already you have learned in that lesson. Is another physical divisions of India you have learned. Okay, so Tamil Nadu it is near the equator. So it receives the vertical sunrise. So the temperature of the state is relatively high throughout the year. Okay, and the east coast of Tamil Nadu enjoys tropical maritime climate. The Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean influence the climate of coastal region. In coastal regions, the climate will be different. Okay. Soils of Tamil Nadu. The soils in Tamil Nadu are broadly classified into 5 types according to their characteristic. They are alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil and saline soil. Read with me all of you. Alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil and saline soil. Okay, so these all are the types of soil are there in our Tamil Nadu. Alluvial soil. These alluvial soils are formed by the deposition of silt by the river. ரிவர்லேருந்து ஆறுகள்லேருந்து வருகிற வண்டல்கள் மூலமாக தான் இந்த அலுவியல் சாயில் வந்து உருவாகுது. ஸோ இது வந்து ரொம்ப ஃபெர்டைலாக இருக்கும், வளமுள்ளதாக இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் ஃபவுண்ட் இன் த ரிவர் வேலி ரீஜியன் அண்ட் த கோஸ்டல் பிளைன்ஸ் ஆஃப் தமிழ்நாடு. Generally, this type of soil is found in the district of Tanjavur, Thiruvarur, Nagapattinam, Viluppuram, Kudalur, Tirunelveli and Kanyakumari. Okay, and sometimes it is also found a small extent along the river valleys in few interior districts. Okay, river எங்கெல்லாம் flow ஆகுது அங்கேயும் நம்ம சில இடங்கள் வந்து இந்த alluvial soil பார்க்கலாம். Okay, so this is the picture of alluvial soil. And next one is black soil, black in color. Okay, so these all are formed by the weathering of igneous rocks. It is also known as regur soil. Okay, black soil is also called as regur soil. Cotton can grow very well in this soil. Okay, so it is also called as black cotton soil. Black soil, regur soil and also black cotton soil. Okay, this is found in Coimbatore district, Madurai, Virudhunagar, Tirunelveli and Thuthukudi also. Okay, so in Tirunelveli, our area also, our district also, some of the area black soil is there. Okay, so see your village, which type of soil is there. Okay, find it. And the next one is red soil. Okay, red in color because iron is there, so that it is in red in color. Red soil means more iron oxide is there, so that it is color in red. Okay, so red soil covers over 2/3 of the total area of Tamil Nadu. They are found particularly in the central district of the state. It is dominantly found in Sivagangai and Ramanathapuram districts. And next one is laterite soil. This soil is formed by the process of intense leaching. Laterite soils are found in some part of the Kanjipuram, Thiruvallur, Tanjavur, and some patches over the mountains region in the Nilgiris. Nilgiriல ஒரு சில இடங்கள்லையும் இந்த laterite soil இருக்கும். Okay. And the last one is saline soil. Okay, உப்பு மணல். Saline soils in Tamil Nadu are confined to the Coromandel coast. Vedaranyam has a pocket of saline soil. However, the tsunami waves on December 26, 2004, you know very well, is or no? So, it brought a lot of sand and deposited it along the east coast of Tamil Nadu. So, the tsunami made the coastal areas unsuitable for cultivation to a considerable extent. Okay, so the saline soil, it is not good for the cultivation. Okay, உப்பு மண் வந்து கல்டிவேஷனுக்கு வந்து யூஸ் ஆகும். Got it? So you have learned the types of soil. Listen, what are the soil? Alluvial soil, red soil, black soil, laterite soil, saline soil. Like that you have learned about 5 types of soil today. And in that the climate of Tamil Nadu, and in that winter season, summer season, southwest monsoon, northeast monsoon, and also you have learned about the drainage system of Tamil Nadu. Okay, so today these many things you have learned. Got it? So 2 videos are completed from this lesson. So you have to make 15 fill-ups from this lesson. Okay, 15 fill-ups from this lesson. Along with that, in the last side, homework. The class question answers also given. Okay, so listen it very carefully. You have to listen the class. This is one of the oral homework only. So listen very carefully. Write it in the homework note. 15 fill-ups you have to make from this 2 classes. Okay, this today class and the previous class. Read the book and make the proper fill-ups. Okay, and today our homework is, yesterday you have completed almost 3 short answers. Yes or no? Today your homework is answer the following in brief. Name the major islands of Tamil Nadu. Name the tributaries of river Thamirabarani. Name the tributaries of river Thamirabarani. Only 2 short answers you have to study and write in the classwork note, as well as you have to write in the homework note also. So along with that, already I have given you one homework. You know that if you listen, if you have listened, you can write that homework also. So listen the class completely, fully. Okay, from that the question will be asked when you bring the note to school. Got it? So study what are the lessons I have completed. Again and again I say study for you. Okay, if you study everything, no fear for the exam. And if you don't study and sit, surely the exam will be there, that time will blank. Okay, so study every day, prepare very well. Got it? And the map marking is not good. Some of you are marking very nicely, but most of them you don't mark properly, and the maps are finished. You have to buy map. Okay, everyday practice. Draw very well. Use only pencil. Map drawing should be by pencil. Map வந்து பென்சிலில் மட்டும்தான் ட்ரா பண்ணும். Most of the people you use is crayons, sketch. What is that? Already I have told you many times in the class itself. Is that no? So you should not use crayons for coloring. You can give different type of shapes and you have to mark how to mark the maps. Is that no? So mark clearly, properly. Got it? The map video also one day you will see that, okay, how to mark the places in the map. So practice every day. History maps, geography maps, everything you have to practice every day. Got it? We will see tomorrow.